Hello, guys, and welcome back to Newbreed Film Reviews. We are now on episode 16, and this is a pretty cool category that Dave came up with. If you guys listen to us, we've explained that we kind of go like a democracy where we kind of all take turns and pick the different categories and what we're going to talk about. And Dave came up with this one, and this one's one of the ones that really kind of made you think. You know, it made you really analyze certain movies and think about what you'd want to do and what you'd want to see in the movie. So this one's about like prequels and sequels that you wish that would happen. And it really makes you think about certain movies that you watch and say, I want to know more of what's happening in that world. Basically, that's what it comes down to. You want to know where the actors are beforehand or where the actors are after. So this one was really cool, Dave. I liked it. So I got Dave with me on this. I got Paul with me on this.
Hello, hello.
What's up?
And I got a couple cool ones. So Hollywood, if you like any of these, you call me, and then I'm gonna make Dave and Paul write the script, okay? But I'm gonna get royalties on the idea. All right?
Sounds good.
All right, go ahead, Dave. You bring us in.
All right, my first pick. Let's see. I got like a decent little list here. Some of them are just not
more Predator movies.
No. Some of them are not like major wants. Some of them are just like I think it would be cool, and some are just for plain old fun. I guess my first pick, I'm just gonna say I wouldn't mind a Matrix prequel, like a trilogy of what. Remember, like in the Matrix, how they talked about everyone before you has like fell down to like an agent. I want to see all of that. I want to see, the previous Neo type dudes and the whole storyline before that. I think there's like a whole world to explore.
But we know how it ends.
Yeah, I wrote down on my paper, Dave. I wrote down Matrix prequel, what happened before Neo. So yeah, I'm right there with you.
That was the one that I mentioned before we started the podcast. I was like, you may have this one. One of you two.
Yeah, I did. So. And yeah, it would be cool to kind of see all the people, Neo figures. There's probably somebody that they thought was him before. They could do the whole thing. They could have another Neo that they thought was, the one, but then he fails,
Yeah.
So.
I think it'll be pretty cool. And go back to the roots of the first movie.
Yes.
None of this Matrix Reloaded, last one bullcrap. Like, they just went off the rails with those. Like, go back to the first one's vibe. And don't get lazy with the writing, and you could sign me up. You could take my money.
Yep, I'm right there with you on that one.
So that's my first pick.
What are you thinking, Paulie?
My first pick is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I want a sequel. I've
never seen it.
I've read a few of the books, and they were great. And I would just love to see the stories continue on in film. Because
I can't say that I've seen it, so give me a rundown on how.
Killing me.
Right. Give me a rundown on why what would lead it to being a sequel.
Well, it's based on a book. It's actually there's a series of books. So there's one story. This one was based on the first one, so there's that story. But each book obviously has its own story, so they can make a movie for each one of those. They did it with Harry Potter. They did it with other movies, I'm not going to say, that involve stupid, sparkly vampires. It would be a great series of movies, in my opinion. They nailed the comedy, that was in the book. They just nailed every part of it, in my opinion, and I would love to see more. So that's my number one.
Yeah, I never seen Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah,
that's most deaf.
Really
right?
bummed to hear that. Yeah.
Is it you?
And the guy from The Hobbit who plays Bilbo Baggins.
So without a doubt, you would recommend it. Like, it's entertaining. It's good.
Oh, 100%. I would give it 9.5 out of 10 stars, I think.
Okay, I gotta check it out then.
Yeah.
Cool. What about you, bro?
Did you check out Super Troopers yet? You got to check it out before they release the sequel to that one.
I've been on a Daredevil kick. Just came out on Netflix.
I sent you the damn link.
Just
watch the first 15 minutes. If you don't laugh in the first 15 minutes, then I'll leave you alone about it.
Yeah, because you won't laugh in any of it.
15 minutes.
I've been asking about it, and the reaction I've gotten is like, you haven't seen Super Troopers, dude. You haven't lived.
There's a reason they were able to raise millions of dollars on a $2 million goal
in a week.
Week on Kickstarter. Like they surpassed their goal in like 3 days.
I'm excited about that sequel, but that's not the one I'm going to bring up.
I'm going to make a GoFundMe, and it's going to be entitled GoFundMe for Dave's Get Rich Cause. Can I just do that and be honest?
You can.
Nobody gets money on them though. Kickstarter. There's tons of Kickstarters out there. Like Send Us to Vegas, and then they have like $10 donations.
Yeah, that's funny. But
this one we've talked about before on previous episodes, and me and Dave have always talked about this, and we always thought it would be a really cool idea. And the movie is Reign of Fire, if you guys haven't seen that one. And it's basically about the planet kind of being taken over, post-apocalyptic, and dragons are just killing everyone that's there. And in the movie, you have Matthew McConaughey, who kind of shows up to Christian Bale, and basically they're kind of these rogue American fighters, and what they do is they have this helicopter and they kill dragons one by one. And his name is Van Zam, and he's like the best character in the movie. And I think it would be awesome to show a prequel to what they did in America before they actually got over to Europe, and how they were killing not vampires. You just said vampires before. I got stuck with me. Killing dragons one by one, and how they came to the point where they, came over to Europe. So I think that'd be cool. I think they briefly touched on that, and I think they could build upon that. Matthew McConaughey still could probably get as jacked as he was if he really wanted to.
He's gonna get out. He's gonna have to get on some roids, dude. He lost so much weight for Dallas Buyers Club, and they were interviewing him. And you saw him in Interstellar. He still doesn't look completely healthy. Like, he looks like off.
No.
Like something looks not right. Like, he looks like. I mean, he doesn't look like sickly, like thinner, but like he was way more buff than that. And he don't look completely healthy yet. Like, and they interviewed him, dude. He said he's having a hard time, like, putting his weight back on.
Well, also, I mean, he may have tried to stick to a somewhat unhealthy look for Interstellar, considering the world they were living in. There was a lot of famine. It wasn't like they were all wicked healthy. But anywho, go on.
So that's my number one prequel. I think that Hollywood should do that. And Paulie, you need to see Reign of Fire so that you can know what we're talking about.
After you describing it to me today, man, I'm totally into it.
It's fun. I think, like Bryce said, Matthew McConaughey's character, Denton Van Zandt, he deserves like a movie. Like, the character was so badass. He was really memorable. Like, I would see it for just pure testosterone reasons. Like, raw. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see a dude with a battle axe fighting dragons.
Right. Jumping out of helicopters on them and stuff,
All right. So, another one of my picks, I'm going to say, and I'll be kind of sad and surprised if they don't come out with it, and it's been a few years. I'm going to say I want to see a continuation of what happened after Tron Legacy. I thought Tron Legacy was fucking cool. Like, it was very innovative. It was the next, kind of Matrix type movie that made you say, wow, visually. The story was cool. And I'm surprised they didn't try to milk that and make a trilogy out of it. So, hurry up, Disney. I want to see a Tron Legacy too.
I think Disney's too busy with Marvel. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's like their cash cow now.
And Star Wars and Marvel, they're sinking all their money into that, so they're not going to
let them do
that.
Let them do it.
I'm with you though, Dave. I really like the new Tron. It was cool, visually stunning, and it was an entertaining movie. So it'd be cool. I'd see it if there's a sequel for that one.
Rinsler was badass, dude. The acrobatic guy.
Yeah, he was.
That was actually Tron from the first movie.
He ends up being Tron, from the first one.
That dude was cool. What'd you got, Paul?
Well, this movie's going to be a little bit tough to do a sequel to at this point. But it's something I always wish they had. And I bring this movie up a lot because it's just one of my top movies of all time, and it's The Goonies. After One Eye Willie's ship sailed out on its own, what happened.
You're gonna hate me, dude. I disagree with you. I say leave Goonies alone. I can't see how they could make a sequel and have it be. I don't see how. I just think just leave it alone.
Well, I think Hollywood agrees with you. That's probably why they never came out with another one. Although they were supposed to. I believe their script's written. I think Spielberg has
Paul
said that.
disagrees with you, but Hollywood agrees with you, Dave.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not Hollywood, so I'm just saying, as a fan of the movie, I wanted to see where. I'm not saying it was a good idea, but I do wish they made one because I wanted to see what.
Because I'm thinking like, okay, so it'll work if they have the characters remain as children. Like, so you're saying a direct sequel just with a recasting.
No. I'm saying at this point it's too late. I would have wanted like with the original cast, and
yeah,
can't do that now unless they showed them all as men in their mid-40s.
Dude, you know what they're gonna do if they ever do a Goonies 2? If it's the way that you want, they're gonna do the typical lazy writing, and they're gonna say, let's have them all as adults and have their children be the new Goonies. That's like so typical and cliche. You know, like, that's how they're gonna go about it. You know, that's why I say like leave it alone. Unless you want to dress up Josh Brolin and put him in a headband and a cut sweatshirt and then pretend they're young. They're like all middle-aged now.
Yeah, he's like the oldest. I think he's like 50s.
Yeah, he's like late 40s, 50, something like that.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin's the man.
So that's the movie it's one of the movies I always wanted to see a sequel to. So
what you got, Bri?
So tell me you wouldn't watch this one, all right? I was looking through my movie collection, like I always do before I prepped for the episode, and I came upon this idea, and I thought this would be pretty sweet as a prequel for the movie. A prequel to Training Day.
Prequel to Training Day, dude?
You follow Alonzo
Harris. That has to absorb. Hold on, let me think of that.
You have to follow Alonzo Harris with his crew.
Sell it to me.
And
Police
his
Academy.
manipulation, and he has somebody that's before Jake, and they like kill him off, right? And then they pick up Jake.
I got the perfect casting.
Right after
Nick Cannon as Alonzo Harris. Psych.
No.
I'm so glad.
Denzel's too old for that, but I think it would be sweet to see Alonzo Harris kind of retake his role on, and have him manipulate and move around stuff before. And show how the Russians, like how he got in trouble with the Russians, show how, he got his crew together, show like his manipulation beforehand. I think that'd be cool.
I think it'd be a good Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, I picture a direct to DVD Blu-ray. Non-theatrical release for that one, Brian. I'm sorry. I don't think it'll go well.
Kind of like the prequel to Carlito's
dude, I was thinking of that. It's like one of those, like,
Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Oh, my God. Dude, you know what I'm so upset about? They're actually going forward with a Scarface reboot or remake. That's what I heard, yeah. Disgraceful, dude. Leave that shit alone.
Next thing you know, they're going to start redoing The Godfather.
Yeah, man. You just leave it alone. Like, some things you just shouldn't mess with, you know? But you really would want to see that, Brian, like a prequel?
I
would totally watch
thinking about movies and whether you want to see sequels or prequels on different films. Think about Alonzo Harris and like his crew, and think about how you'd want to see more of that. Like you saw a little snippet of his life.
Yeah. But I think
I just kind of walk away.
Not to cut you off, but I think what like really made that movie so great was just like Denzel. And if Denzel's not in it playing Alonzo Harris, I'm not going to be that entertained or into it.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it'd be hard
unless they cast some amazing like new actor. Like, is there anybody out there like some African American young kid that can do like a young?
You could put a young Denzel or a young Alonzo.
Who's
Harris,
out there right now that can do that?
No.
Let's just put Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Let's just paint them, darken his skin a little bit, and no one will notice. He could do it. You gonna tell me he can't do it? He could do anything.
He could.
Tom Hardy could be Darth Vader. Don't even go there.
All right, what you got?
Okay, is my go? Tom Hardy is Godzilla. Anyway, all right. So I want to see a continuation of District 9. Like, I hope that they're somewhat working on that. I thought it was a fun movie, and yeah, I would like to see what happens. Spoilers for the people who didn't see District 9. At the end of the movie, the main character, played by Sharlto Copley, I think is his name, he winds up freaking transforming into an alien. And his wife is still out there. He leaves her like little flowers, like little Easter egg things, if you want to call it that, to let her know that he's still out there alive, but he's just like a freaking alien. And the alien that he saved, like, takes off in a spaceship after being, like, you know, abused and treated badly, like all of his kind. So what's going to happen with another one? Will they call it District 10? Like, and are the aliens going to come back and try to get revenge? Like, there's so much potential, like, you know, if they do a continuation to it. And his name is Christopher. That was the alien's name. And is Christopher going to come back and, like, make the main character human again? You know what I mean? Like, so, because that's what he promised them. He was like, if you help me get off the planet, like, you know, I'll help you, you know, go back to your wife and turn human again. So, yeah. I want that fucking arm. Remember the African dude, the crime lord? Give it to me. Give it to me now. I want to eat you.
Well, if you guys want to go again, my list is already complete.
Okay.
All right, so
I had such a hard time
coming
coming up with stuff for this one.
All right, so Dave's already shot me down on my two ideas already. So, well, he think he's with me on the Rain of Fire one.
I'm
He's
totally
not with me
on
the
Rain of Fire.
One. So let me see.
I'm not hating, dude.
All right.
I'm not hating on you. I just don't, you know.
All right, let me see. Let me see if you follow me on this one. All right, this is from my own brain. Same as the other ones. All right, a sequel to 7. All right, listen. And you follow Morgan Freeman, and he has another copycat murderer, or at least he thinks it's a copycat murderer that's doing the same thing as Kevin Spacey did. But you find out that Kevin Spacey had an accomplice throughout the whole thing.
If I could just answer, I'm just going to say, like, I wouldn't be excited about it. I don't think it's bad.
Would you watch it?
I would watch it, but I probably wouldn't go to the theater to see it.
I would absolutely watch it, but it would be one of those movies that if I read in Hollywood Reporter or Variety that they were making it, I would be like, they've really run out of ideas for everything. Not that it's a bad idea, it's just for them to make a sequel to 7 would just be like, they're literally just picking up every single movie they can and making a sequel to it. But I like the idea behind it. I like that concept.
Yeah, I just wouldn't be excited about it.
I'm agreeing with you, Brian. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I've like Paul's stance. It's not a bad idea. I just wouldn't be like, you know, like, oh, that's cool, man, and making a sequel to 7. Like, I wouldn't be all over it, you know. Would Brad Pitt be back in it with Morgan Freeman? Like this?
No, he'd be dead. No.
Brad Pitt died?
So
at the end of 7?
Oh no, he got arrested.
Didn't he? He killed. He played into his game.
He got arrested at the end. Yeah, and he got arrested.
Paul, you got no more picks?
But no, my kicker would be the fact that Morgan Freeman reprised his role, and there would be someone out there that's doing the same thing that Kevin Spacey did, and he thinks that. You know,
California, stay away now.
Don't come in now, California. You stay away now. All right, is it my go? All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blade 4. Just gonna throw it out there. I wanna see Blade 4.
I would see that.
Let's bring Wesley back in. One of the best Marvel movies ever, Blade 1. They went off the rails with the 2nd and 3rd, but let's bring it back with 4. I would pay to see it.
That was a great trilogy.
Dark, gritty. And Wesley, he looks good, man. He was in Expendables 3. He still looked like he can do, be physical. He looked healthy. He didn't look old. And dude, what if they introduced Blade into Avengers? That whole,
or Twilight.
Bring him in Twilight, dude. That would be freaking awesome. Chop all their heads off. But yeah, Blade 4. I'd be legitimately excited about it. I don't know about you guys.
For sure.
Bri, you?
Yeah.
Would you go to the theater depending if it looked real good?
I really liked the first Blade. But like you said, they kind of fell off after the first one, like Blade 2,
found
Blade
Ryan
3.
Reynolds annoying.
I'm in there.
As Hannibal Caine, he was just lame.
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling him.
So I enjoyed the first one a lot. So if they kind of kept that same feel as the first one, I'd see it.
What else you got, dude?
I got this is a movie that Quentin Tarantino wrote, but it never kind of got the funding for. And if you pay attention, like he kind of links all his characters through all his different movies. And John Travolta, and which plays Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction, and Vic Vega, which is played by Michael Madsen in Reservoir Dogs. They're both Vegas, and he actually wanted to do a off-spin movie where it was the Vega brothers. He's going to have those two characters together and like what they did growing up and what they did to become to like the positions that they were and how they he would intertwine them with both movies. So I thought that'd be pretty cool.
So for the audience listening right now, Ryan's chuckling because we're like looking at our screen and Paul has like these gigantic Batman glasses on and he's like just bopping his head left and right. But yeah, Brad, that would be cool. Make it all gritty and raunchy.
They're obviously both, yeah. And he would keep the same Reservoir Dogs / Pulp Fiction. He said he would intertwine those stories together through the two brothers.
Isn't Tarantino semi-retiring though? He's doing like one more movie, right?
Yeah, no, that one fell through. Like they already, John Travolta and them and Michael Madsen already were told that they weren't going to do that film.
Can I interject your turn for a second there, Dave? Because I have two movies that I look forward to the sequels of that they have just announced.
No, we're not doing those. We're only doing ones that we want them.
Come on.
We can do a whole sequel show. We're talking about movies.
Drop them.
Well,
You want to do a part 2 of the other episode?
But they're both like 20 years after they came out.
We can do a whole episode on that. We're talking about ones that are not in existence.
All right. Fine.
All right. I got another one.
What you got, Dave?
Constantine 2. Bring Keanu back.
Yep.
I want to see it. I thought he did a great job. It was entertaining. And I was actually surprised they didn't try to milk that franchise and try to do like a trilogy. You know?
Yeah, I'm surprised. But yeah, they could do that dark gritty.
Constantine was entertaining to me. It was good. Got another one, Brian?
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see if you bring this up, and I'm dancing around it so that I don't steal it from you. So I'm just gonna go with Prometheus, and I want to see what the engineer planet looks like. You know, at the end of the movie, she kind of takes
greenlit.
off.
Yeah, that's been greenlit since the first movie came out.
Movie after Prometheus?
They're definitely doing a Prometheus 2 and I think a 3. Like, it was already, like, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, yeah, it would be cool to kind of see the engineer planet, because at the end she leaves to go
with
there.
David the android as head. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So, yeah, I guess me and Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, I'd be all over Prometheus 2, dude. I'm going to go see that. Dread 2.
But that wasn't the one that I was talking about. But no, there's another one. I'm gonna wait to see if you say it by the end.
So I just dropped one.
All right, Dread 2 though, dude, I'm all the way with you on Dread 2. Carl Urban, get him right back in place, and give him Dread again.
Movie kicked ass, total sleeper. I was just like caught off guard. Like this shit was hot. Like it was good. You didn't see Dread, Paul?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
No.
Gotta check it out. It's pretty good. What else you got, Brian?
I don't really like movies. I don't really watch.
I know Gil would be with me on this one, because he's a big fan, and this is one of the newer movies that he likes. And at the end of Nightcrawler, he has like his new crew of 2 vans, and he has his production, his video news up and running.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal. And I think it'd be cool to kind of see what he gets into next, you know? Like what he gets into with his full.
Did you see Nightcrawler, Paul?
Nope.
I
Never even heard Nightcrawler.
It was good. I'm not gonna really touch on it. I'm gonna say I really wouldn't be too excited about that, Bri. I just you would really be excited about it.
I really liked Nightcrawler.
It was a good movie.
I really did.
I think like I wouldn't want to see just more of it. I just thought like what else could they do, you know? But that's just me.
I think that they could intertwine more because he's going to have more people in there. I think they can have more stupid
Lou
kids
Bloom
like that one.
Was a jerk. Dude, Paul, I can't even say... No, I can't say...
Let's not ruin it for Paul. Let's not ruin it for Paul.
He was an ass.
Yeah. He manipulated that kid.
I've never even heard of
this
good,
Paul. I got really good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, like 95. Like, it was really good.
Wow.
This is just a fun, stupid one. I'm going to say Jeepers Creepers 3. Why not?
Sure.
Why not?
Sure.
We talked about that. When did we talk about that? Movie Monsters. When we did that podcast.
I think it's time. It's been years, and I think it will catch people off guard. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, another Jeepers Creepers. That's a fun, bored Friday night movie. You know, go out, have a little outing, watch the creeper tear people apart. Great.
Yeah.
What's up?
I got one. Jackass 4. I want to see it so bad. I want them
I'd watch it, dude.
In their 40s to go out there and do the same shit. I don't want bad grandpa stuff.
Yeah.
I'm over that. I want to see them do some stunts. I want to see them do some shit that's going to potentially...
They're getting too old, though, man.
Exactly why I want to see it.
It's pitiful. Like, Jackass 3 was kind of pitiful to watch. Like, they're all old as hell, like, doing, like...
I know. It did make me
stunts and, like, hurting themselves. Yeah. It was kind of like, dude, give it up.
But it's comical, though, because they are middle-aged. You know, it's like, I can't believe these dudes are acting like 15-year-olds still. Like, it's funny, but...
The problem is they can't find any countries that people don't know who they are anymore. So they can't do a lot of the same, like... hidden camera type stuff. So they pretty much left with only doing big stunts that could potentially kill them.
I'd watch it just for like the legacy of Jackass. I would watch it.
Yep.
That's a good one. Whose pick?
I got another one. I think it'd just be like a fun, you know, like it wouldn't be on the top of my list. I'm down to kind of like miscellaneous ones left. And I enjoyed Freddy vs. Jason, and I think that they could bring it back again. And you know, at the end of the movie, Freddy Krueger kind of like winks, you know, like after his head's cut off, like it's still going, you know, like Jason could be back in the dream world or whatever. I think it'd be fun to see those two guys go at it again and bring in like Mike Myers or something.
The guy who plays Freddy, though, I thought he said
Robert
that
Englund.
He's not.
He said he's too old.
Yeah, he's did his last convention and everything like this year.
They throw enough money at
him.
He
is Freddy, man. You can't. They had that new guy that he was in Watchmen, which he's a good actor. He's good at playing like creepy dudes, but he was no Freddy Krueger. Like, you know, the Freddy remake, nah, it was trash. You know, but yeah, what you Brian, I would check it out. To be honest, dude, Freddy vs. Jason, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was. It was, I mean, it wasn't like some amazing movie. It was kind of fun watching them battle, you know?
Yeah, it was cool to see like those two guys go at each other, you know?
Why did they go at each other?
It was, the way they tied it in was Jason is like half dead, so he's like in a half dream state, and they somehow tied it in with Freddy. I don't remember the exact details, but I think it was like along those lines. And Freddy was getting all pissed because Jason was stealing like his kills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Freddy was like around Crystal Lake or something like that.
I don't remember, but
But that's Jason Voorhees' territory.
He just saw Jason as comp. That was pretty much the gist of it. And then they started battling and shit. And they made it fair. They made it like Jason would kick his ass in reality, and then if he was in Freddy's dream world, he had no chance. You know, they made it like fair for the fanboys. But Bri, check this out. Ash from Evil Dead in the Army of Darkness films, Bruce Campbell, he's pushing for him versus like Jason versus Freddy versus Pinhead versus Michael Myers, like a whole like mash of like horror dudes like just battling. And I forgot what they were gonna call it, but I think it'll be fun. I love that character Ash. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty entertaining, dude. Ash would be done for real quick.
Dude,
Isn't
he
Bruce
was
Campbell
taking
a
on the
little
Deadites, the demon Deadite dudes.
Dude, Hellraiser?
Yeah, but he got a
That dude will
chainsaw.
mess
He
you
got a
up.
chainsaw and a sawed-off
For
shotgun
real.
from S-Mart. Remember that scene? Shop smart, S-Mart. It was
What's
like
S-Mart?
some shopping. Yeah, that's
Got my
it.
boomstick.
This is
I
my
got
boomstick. Army of Darkness. It was a funny scene. Who's go? Is it my go? All right.
Your go.
I would like to see Drive 2 with Ryan Gosling. I want to see like if they take that character and have him kind of like go to another environment and kind of solve another problem. Like kind of have him as like a drifter that just kicks ass and solves problems. Like I would like seeing Drive 2. I thought that was like one of Ryan Gosling's best performances, and it was a cool movie to me. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. You got any other ones?
I got. Have you seen Inside Man with Clive Owen?
I've seen it.
Denzel
I forgot
Washington?
it though. Forgot about it.
So at the end of the movie, he's tracking him down, and spoiler. Actually, if you want to see it, Paul, have you seen it?
No,
I can't really. I'm going to spoil it if I say the end of the movie.
I don't care.
So at the end of the movie, they rob a bank, and Denzel Washington is the lead detective on it. And the way that they rob the bank is they let out all the people from the robbery, and they all get caught except for Clive Owen. They hide Clive Owen in the wall of the bank, and he hides in the wall with diamonds and stuff like that. And a couple weeks later or whatever like that, he comes out of the wall because they give him enough storage for it, and they kind of like let him go. So I think it'd be cool to kind of see like if they try to pull it off again, and Denzel Washington tracks him down to another bank and another heist, because overall that movie has a lot of like turns and twists, and like how they pulled off the bank robbery and how they manipulated people within the situation. I thought it was pretty cool. So it's almost like an Ocean's, 11, 12, 13. I think that they probably could have expanded on that.
Why don't we worry about our own bank robbery issues that we have here?
There's some bank robbery
That's
issues
true.
in you guys' area?
All the henny pennies in the area
dude.
keep getting robbed, and then by like the same dude, and then stopping People's Bank and Stop and Shop.
That's
here in
not
Groton
cool, man.
Got robbed Thursday night.
Yeah, that is not cool.
So, and they think it's the same guy. So this dude is not only is he like
Bold.
just on like a daily basis robbing all these gas stations in the same exact area, but now he's walking into a grocery store bank.
That's dangerous.
And robbing them.
People get shot.
Yeah.
I got like one more pick. Bro, you have any more?
I got one more, and I'm going to be really mad at you if you don't bring this up, because I've been skirting the whole damn.
I probably haven't nailed it. I'm going to say I want to see, how they had the 1982 Thing movie, they had the 2011 Thing prequel. I want to see what happens now. Like, what are they going to do? They can't do a prequel, so they're going to have to merge the two movies and have it like real time. Like, was that the pick?
I was thinking, yes, Kurt Russell's too old, but I think it'd be cool to kind of take it off right from there, like we talked about before.
And Paul
Kurt
Walker's
Russell,
dead.
Have
yet
him
they were able to
frozen.
put
Like,
his
have him
face
die. Like, but have him in the movie. But dude,
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. What's the other guy?
Yeah,
Childs
is the
Is it
character's
Childs?
name. I think the actor's name is Keith David or something. But you know what though, dude?
Yeah. Is he alive?
It's ambiguous. Like, you don't know who's the Thing. You don't know if maybe they're both not infected. But here's the thing:
Right.
have them in the movie aged, because they both got terrible frostbite,
Yep.
and that would explain their deteriorated like aged look. They can totally pull it off.
Yeah, but have them go into a new facility that they got picked up on, and then they infect that facility. Have Kurt Russell turn into the Thing
dude,
right away.
That'll be like a crazy shocker that'll like throw people off. There's so many routes they can go with that. How about, think about this? They made the two movies kind of claustrophobic and contained, why not just go the opposite direction? Do it big. Do like the Thing fucking spreading across the planet and like end of the world type status. Like just go in the other direction.
Right, like bring them to
yeah,
like
let's see it already like starting to overrun shit. Like instead of a zombie apocalypse, but have like this organism already like wrecking shit like on the planet and like survivors like trying to escape it or continue the human race. But you know what's gonna happen with that? Super high budget. How would they sell that? You know,
Yes.
like we need $200 million to make this movie because you cannot make that movie with no money. It's grand scale.
No.
You know, but that's what everybody wants to see.
They'd have to have a big.
You know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That'd be cool.
So
I was waiting for you to. I was waiting for you to bring that one up. I skipped around it the whole time.
Again, I've mentioned this on a podcast. That's like one of my top 10 movies of all time. The Thing, the original.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I didn't touch it because I figured you were going to go there.
But those are all my picks, man. I'm all picked out.
That's all my picks. Yep.
Oh, and mine ended a long time ago. It's all right. I just had too much of.
You had a window to come in, dude, and interject at all times. I feel bad.
I haven't seen half the movies, or 90% of the movies you guys listed, anyways. Apparently, I'm not very good at this job.
I hope your Goonies 2 movie gets made. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I don't want it to be made anymore.
It's important to you.
When I was a kid, and
yeah. And FYI, anybody out there in Hollywood that agrees with any of my ideas for sequels and prequels, screw Dave and screw Paul with disagreeing with me. So
hire me to write. All right.
Dude, I agreed with you.
Give me a shot. It was Jeepers Creepers 3.
Easy to judge. Yes.
All right, guys. That wraps up, what was it, 16?
That was a good show.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
all right.
episode 16.
I guess we'll be back.
And we'll be back next week with 2 more.
We have email. We have Twitter.
We sound so desperate.
YouTube.
We're as they call, quote unquote, thirsty.
Please.
We're mad thirsty. Email us.
We are at Newbreed Film on Twitter. We are at, I don't ever remember the email address.
Newbreed Film Reviews 2014 at gmail.com. We have a YouTube channel.
There we go.
We have obviously we're on Podomatic. Subscribe, iTunes.
Subscribe. We would like more subscribers. We know we're being listened to, but we need to know who's listening
for validation, so we can keep doing this.
We just need to know so that way we know who to target our audience.
I don't know about you guys, but like I have no end goal with this besides getting on here and expressing my opinion on certain movies and having fun.
I want to get rich.
Okay.
Bitch. I'm with you, Dave. For anybody that's we'll end the episode because we've been hauling out this ending pretty quick. Anybody that doesn't know, Dave has left Connecticut and has moved down to Florida and left us in the movie making business. Just me and Paul all by ourselves. Newbreed Films has been
I shall
split
return
apart,
though,
and this gives us a little bit of a link back to it. You know, just sitting around bullshit and talking about movies. So it's fun for us to do. You guys can come in and listen to us talking bullshit about movies, and we enjoy it. You guys hopefully enjoy it.
We like having fun.
So.
We also hope you're entertained, and the content.
Oh, we also have a Facebook page.
Yes, Facebook page. All right, guys. Catch you on
Good night, guys.
17 and 18.
Good night.
Later.